4 coins. Here's the first 3-star craft essence. This increased amount of well-dried firewood by 1. Okay, not bad. And the next one, the Mass Killer. In this Grand's battle, you fight depending on your choice when during the scenario. Additional, you will form a party, yada yada yada, okay. Section 2, the Mass Killers. Trace on. Okay, I just jack up the projectors against the door. Should hold off for a little while, but it won't be long enough. Especially not against that phantom monstrosity strength. That's alright, if my reading of the surgery is correct, it'll take him some time to reach us. He stopped pounding on the door. Why would he do that? Unless there is no need to pound down the door if he has like an alternative way to get in here. Do you have some idea of what's going on here, Murasaki? I can't say anything for certain right now. I'm just guessing, really. As you know, this Lord Phantom we just fought was both impossibly strong and incredibly durable. Yes, he was. It felt like though you were up against a surge straight out of mythology. I certainly can't remember Lord Phantom even fighting like that in the time I've been at Chaldea. Me either. He always fought true to his assassin's nature, seeing to the masses with the enemy's mind before quickly closing in for a single fatal strike. But he's changing in his headlong regardless of damage he takes, trying to simply overwhelm us with raw strength. Make it sound like he just changed from an assassin to a berserker. The real Phantom will never do that. It's simply not how he operates. Indeed, watching him fight just now was like watching like a killer from a slasher movie. I wonder why, because of the whole title of this whole event this scenario we're in right now. Kind of like Jason, you know, that one movie. Remember when we watched a TV based on itself and played that strange trailer? Oh, yeah, it did. And you think it's relevant somehow? Given the fact that it played before he showed up, so I would stand the reason it is. I do. In fact, I think the trailer may have been speaking to this very situation. Tonight's features is a slash. A mysterious murder appears during the moon, or the Phantom appears. But tonight is not a full moon. No, it wasn't. And yet, when I looked up at the night sky earlier, I saw that what should have been a crescent moon had became a full moon. My suspicion is that the moon became full because this slasher showed up. So you think this Phantom is a slasher the trailer mentioned? I do. This next part gets into some even bolder assumption on my part. But I think stepping into Singularity has put us in, well, a horror movie. Huh? Say what? Yep. I am so embarrassed saying that out loud. It's exactly why I was so hesitant to bring this up. Don't be. You're exactly right of the situation. Shishoin? I wish you could call me Lily. Getting back on track, you're saying Murasaki's theory is correct? That's right. Rules come to effect whenever night falls. And I think Murasaki's exactly right about tonight's rules. I knew it! Furthermore, I think we're dealing with a specific kind of horror movie. A Hollywood B movie. I'm sorry, can I stop you there? I have some familiarity with horror movies, but I've never heard of Hollywood or B movies before. Oh, I'm sorry. I should explain what I meant. Alright, we should have some time, so I'll try to elaborate. 2 hours later. To acquire this spirit origin, I, Musaki Chibu, ne Fujiwara no Kuriko, poured every kind of story I could find. And I don't just mean books, I also studied all kinds of films and TV series where I learned that staple genre of summer entertainment is horror movies. Yes, exactly. There are a great many genres of films and even more tropes and patterns they tend to follow. And when I think based on various horror films I watched or studied in Caldea's library, it's clear to me that Lord Phantom is behaving just like a slasher in a B movie. So you're saying he's acting according to those conventions? Yes, exactly right, Lord Emiya. I know this may sound ridiculous, but having that we just experienced Phantom doing stuff that he's not supposed to doesn't sound ridiculous at this point. But I believe the rules I'm about to tell you apply to virtually all horror movies. The slasher will be invincible until the 3rd act. The slasher will be prepared to attack young people, especially couples. The slasher will never kill children. The slasher is capable of all manner of impossible things. There are other rules based on those, and of course, there are many films which do not conform to any such rules. But, broadly speaking, I think it's safe to say many B horror movies have those 4 rules in common. That would explain how Phantom could be so much stronger than most servants, let alone ordinary people. Yes, I think it would. As the real Lord Phantom is nowhere near as strong as we have seen. I expect his usual strength is the result of his having become a horror movie slasher. The same is true with his abnormal ability as well. To put it simply, the Lord Phantom simply isn't capable of dying yet. I guess that's because there's no movie if he died at the beginning. Well, makes sense. Like, what would be the point of a movie if the villain just died of the 1st act? He may be a terrifying monster, but also a very sad way to live. I wish there was something I could do for him, but even though I am Yobikuni, I'm afraid I can't fight. Hey, don't worry about it. Every certain here knows their way around the battlefield, and every kind speaks for that. We'll find a way to resolve this as long as we keep looking. Heck, that's why we came here in the first place. So, Murasaki, do you think this door has any special significance? It's a bit hard to say since there are so many exceptions. But one rule does come to mind. The slasher needs some kind of opportunity in order to break through. A constructive barrier, if you want to put it that way. What kind of opportunity? For example, one of the characters feels safer after putting up a barrier and get too close to the door. Only for the slasher's arm to burst through it. That sort of thing. Ah, I get it now. That being said, we can't stay here forever. Eventually, the slasher will find another way inside. My guess, he will just teleport into the cottage. Impossible though that is. Yes, I would agree. The slasher will almost certainly murder anyone who goes off on their own. So there's nothing you can do to fight back. I've been seeing powerful charms, or curses if you will. Although, this singularity. And they have only gotten stronger since night fell. strong enough that I've been unable to sense them accurately, even though I am not a proper Omyoji. I wonder, maybe this curse is taking the concept of our being servants and overriding it with the concept of movie characters. If it is, what do we do? Assuming my hypothesis is correct, we should be able to repel the enemy by strengthening our concepts as servants. I can think of two ways we may be able to do that. One, we follow the movie rules and reach the end of the film. Two, we go against the movie rules and cause the whole film to break down. Something tells me following the rules would be a very bad idea here. Definitely. I might not know as much about them as Murasaki, but I have seen a few horror films myself. And usually by the time the credits roll, there's no one, maybe two characters left alive at most. On top of that, I don't think you're the one of the survivor master. On top of that, I don't think you'll be the one of those survivors master. Oh, thanks Ashoin for the vote of confidence. In fact, if you follow the movie's rules, I think you'll probably be the one of the first to die. I don't want to die. Really? Uh-huh. I can tell a person's destiny by reading their conventions and auras, so to speak. You could say it's like being able to see the flow of fate itself. Hang on, is it normal for protagonists of a movie to be alive at the end? Well, that isn't the case, but there are certain scenarios where the protagonist dies and someone else becomes the protagonist. Generally it is, but horror movies often subvert that particular convention too. That's right, the protagonist is even more in danger in these situations. No wonder I never liked horror movies. Alright, then how exactly do we go about breaking down these movies we're in? There are two ways. One, we face the slasher directly and survive till morning. If we do that, we should be able to defeat him. Why is that? For what I can tell, this movie's killer is destined to only last a single night. Now I see, so it is really like a traditional horror film then. Then the killer's job is to show up at night and terrorize the hell out of the cast for a solid 90 minutes. So what's the second way? The second is to use Lady Ilya as a decoy. I'm pretty sure Ilya won't like that, being as a decoy and shit. Seriously? I see. So we'll be using a movie rules against it. What do you mean? I believe the very same rule that are misaligned? Magnifying. The Phantom Strength is also rendering him unable to kill children. That is why he never went after Lady Iya during her battle. The only thing is, well, that would be a cruel and cowardly method, and I am afraid it is also one I cannot endorse. I don't see any reason not to use it. Ellie is a powerful servant, and she'll be able to fight or withdraw when she has to at any of us. That doesn't mean we can just use her like some sort of pawn. I agree. I know as my suggestion, but I wouldn't feel right about using her as a decoy. Well, wouldn't feel right. Me either. Wait. All of you, just hang on. Ilya? Lady Ilya? It's okay, I can do this. I'm still Renaissance's servant after all. Yes, I suppose you are. You may be a child, but you're a servant first and foremost. You'd seen I was being overly protective of you. Forgive me, Lady Irisfield. Ah, of course. I never seen someone so handsome sparkle with pure virtue before. God damn, Ilya. Well, Master, it's your decision. We'll do whatever you think is best. You can hold out until morning. Honestly, go for it, Ilya. I thank you. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll be fine. I'm a servant too, after all. Okay, I'll give the singers to open the door. From there, business as usual. Boop. You're stiff as a board, Ilya. Are you sure you'll be okay? You're not scared, are you? No. No? Okay, yes, but it's not what you think. I'm scared of what might happen if I mess up and ruin everything. Don't worry, if something goes wrong, me and Trace Langling and Murasaki are all here to back you up. And don't forget, we got a master who's seen more action than any army of mages right behind us. Just fight like we always do and you'll be fine. Thank you, Emiya. I feel much better now. Let's go! Alright, so... am I forced to use Ilya in this fight? Oh, I have to, okay. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe I can change... wait, no, she's a quick AoE, so that'll probably be beneficial for this. Let's change you into caster, so I can get my Scotty. Alright, then I remember she has a battery. Alright, so who will be the last person to bring in? Fuck it, bring a waiver. Okay, now we change this craft essence for some star bomb. Or better yet, I can just get this one. Where is it? This one. So I can get some passive stars. Alright, let's go. Hopefully there's no multiple wave for this one. Okay, just one wave. Perfect. Serial killer, what did this do? Okay, just basically remove his guts. Okay. And this gives your caster coverage each turn, HP god, and crit strength. I'll save that. First up, charge her up multiple ways. Advance down. Up. And this one, return turns, graduate, quick strength, yes. And increase OS, yes, FGO. Alright, Ilya, do your thing. Wow, I keep forgetting she does like triple for her damage. Oh, they're dead. Oh god, not to wait for each one of them to spawn in. set back to normal. Alright, so let's pick you, and back to you. Hopefully we can kill Theo at the same time. And let's finish off with her AoE.
よし、なんだと？悟りそう。行こう、ルビー。夏が終わっても、たくさんの思い出があるから、私は飛び出す。クリスマスプラッシュレインボー。今日も
Man, she really dropped a lot of stars.
まだま
Jesus.
だ遊び足りないね。
I'm really sorry, Phantom, but I hope this will be snap you out of it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that worked. Look, we're in sleep. It's morning. I'm so glad that's over with. You did great hanging there. Thanks, I did my very best. It looks like Lord Phantom's okay too. Thank goodness. And we had that, you know, that particular person just come by, Murasaki. It would seem our night march. Night is at the end then. It'd be better if the Singularity had disappeared as well, but I guess that was too much to hope for. I'm guessing she wants to have an input in this event. At least the most pressing crisis is now over, so we can at least celebrate that. Hooray! Wait, she's acting unusually different now. Hey, Kobai. I'm not quite sure how to tell you this, but I died. Say what? Say what? Like, how the hell did she die? Or maybe she died off screen and she became a ghost or something because of the whole headband thing.